Here we are doing the insulation. We got most of the walls off. Some of the stuff we still have to work on here. That one's got a little bit of electrical wiring and stuff, so we're going to do this side and the front first. Then we are going to install this R5 foam panel along with this HVAC tape. Got a template that used to be a Target. That should work pretty good. Or multiple pieces of cardboard anyway.
Yeah, I can.
Got Mom trying to figure that one out. But yeah, once we put the panels in here, we're gonna put that plywood back on there. There's a couple of gaps, not really up here, but we just wanted to use up the rest of the foam that we had. But there were some pretty large gaps. Down here, about 1 inch wide, about 2 inches long. Didn't want any air coming up there during travel. A little bit right there. And then this is where a lot of the wiring is coming up for the taillights and everything. And there was a pretty big hole right there. So we got those filled up. We're gonna put some foam in here, probably using some remnants, some leftovers, and we'll get that sealed back up. And then this gap up here, I'm not really too worried about it because we're gonna do a ceiling here. So there'll be some more board coming, or foam board coming across here to over there. It'll be fun cutting that shape out. And then gap between here as well, and then we'll be mounting plywood to hold all that up. So far, so good. And with a little bit editing magic, we'll be able to show you what it looks like, hopefully, when this is all done. Not sure if it'll get done today. It's still quite warm, but it's more than we had before, so I will take it. We got most of the insulation done, so I figured I'd take you inside and kind of show you what's changed and what we're gonna try and work on today. So, like I said, we got most of the insulation done. We got a few little spots up here. We still gotta put this wall on, but we can't just yet because we're gonna be attaching the awning today, which is gonna attach to that metal pole. This is basically what the insulation looks like when it's done. So we have it, we had to split them in half because there was a lip on both sides. Some trailers are like that, some are not. But because of that split, we had to measure these panels and then cut them and then split them in half and slide one end in and then slide in the other. So that was really fun to figure out. And then since we had a bunch of little scraps left over, we went ahead and filled in these gaps in these beams right here just to add a little bit of extra insulation. We got to clean up that wiring and everything. But this is what it looks like when it's done. The original wall panels go right back on. There's like some running boards that run across there that kind of screw both together and cover up that seam. That's what the electrical is going to be attached to whenever we get to that point. So some of those will be going back on today. And then if I don't step on anything here, we installed our little 125 plug. That's not the only one that's going to be there. There's also going to be a 50 amp RV hookup there. This one is basically just going to be for a battery trickle charger and maybe some tools where we need like a dedicated outside power source for it, you know, if it pulls a little bit extra. On this wall is where a lot of the electrical is going to be mounted, including like the main breaker, the inverter will probably be down here somewhere, the solar charge controller, solar breaker box. There's a bunch of stuff that's going to go on this wall right here. And then this wall is going to be mostly going to be holding like extra power cords, like the RV hook up power cord, the big thick one, extension cords, and just kind of extra stuff. The batteries, I haven't found a solution for those yet. We have 4 really large 24 volt batteries that are going to be kind of stacked up here. We're going to build some kind of shelf for that eventually, and that's going to power just about everything in here. And that's going to be a whole separate video, I'm sure. But today we're going to focus on finishing up these walls. Once we do the awning, we're going to do some finisher insulation up there, and then we're going to plan out how we're going to mount the solar panels. And then in that box is the outside unit for the mini split. and we're gonna have to build a mount out of probably angle iron for that. It's gonna get mounted on this outside wall, so we can bring the electrical in straight to the panel, and then the hose for the inside unit, which we're probably gonna do a crossbar right here so that the AC is blowing right into the trailer. So once we get all that situated, like I said, we're gonna get today's stuff done first, and then we're gonna worry about electrical. Of course, we're gonna take into account some planning as we do that, so we know where electrical is gonna run and everything. That way we're not inadvertently building over something that we're gonna need access to later, because we've already done that a couple times with these walls. We've actually had to take these front ones off twice, and we left, like I said, that one off so we could get the awning done. So it should be a fun process today, and I'll try and keep you updated.